of tonight's topic. So Tuesday morning, every morning rather, I do my time with God. Every morning, I do my time with God. And what happens during that time, I pray, I read the word, then I pray some more. The first time I pray is basically thanking him, thanking God for waking me up, thanking God for what he's already done, thanking God for just his presence and his voice. That's the first part of the prayer, and asking him to open my heart and my mind to this moment with him, because our lives are so busy. Our lives are so busy, and we don't know if we coming or going more times than not, right? So in my time with God on Tuesday morning, I was reading in 1 Chronicles 13. And the setting of this particular passage and moment in the Bible, David had the inkling, King David at the time had the inkling to move the ark from, I believe it was in Jerusalem, I forget. But he had the inkling to move the ark from there. Actually, it wasn't in Jerusalem, but he was trying to bring it to where he was anyway, right? And he conferred with all his team. He conferred with all the house leaders. He conferred with all the commanders, all the chiefs, and spoke about, hey, I have an idea, I have a thought, and if it's the Lord's will, if it's good with y'all, let's bring the ark home, right? In the process of the ark being transported back to where they were, there was a member of the travel party. His name was Uzzah, Uzza. And he was a driver of the cart. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. Listen to what I said. He was a driver of the cart, him and another man. Hey, we got T. Jones in the chat. But he was a driver of the cart, him and another man. But as the ark was in transit to where they were, to, I believe it was Jerusalem or the city of David, either way, right? The ark was about to fall. In the midst of it about to fall, one of the guys named Uzzah reached out his hand and touched the ark to make sure it didn't fall. He tried to brace it. In that instance, the Lord became angry with Uzzah. And in his wrath, he killed him right then and there. Now, I gave y'all that setting because I'm going somewhere with this. Like I said, the topic for tonight is right thing, wrong way. I've read this story multiple times. I've thought about this multiple times. However, Tuesday, when I read it Tuesday morning, this time my antennas went up. My antennas was up, and I was trying to figure out, why did God kill Uzzah? Why did he kill him for doing something that you and I would think would be the right thing, to making sure the ark did not fall? So I pondered on this, and I pondered some more, and I still was shook it, as they say. It's like, okay, well, I don't know. It never dawned on me. I had no answer for the reason that Uzzah deserved to die. If you've read this before, put in the chat. Say, I read that before. Put in the chat if you had the similar thought. Or if you already know, put in the chat. Let me know where you are with that. So now let's fast forward. I've thought about this, reading this story all day Tuesday. I thought about not, I had no answer. So now comes Wednesday. Now I'm reading the next chapter in my time with God in the morning. I implore everybody to set upon a time with God just to reflect, read the word, pray, ask for understanding and guidance. But this is an every morning thing for me. But nonetheless, the next day I read the next chapter. I believe the next chapter was chapter 15 or 14, I forget. But nonetheless, I'll see, my mom read the story. So before I keep going, what is your thought on that story? Have you ever asked, why did God kill Uzzah because he reached out and touched the ark? Have you ever thought about that? So now I'm reading in the next chapter. And after Uzzah was killed, David became angry because Uzzah died. There was an outburst from the Lord, and David was angry. He was not angry at God. He was just angry that there was an outburst and that Uzzah died. So let's not get that misconstrued. Hey, we got more online right now. If you in the live stream, I appreciate you. Let me know you here, because like I've been telling everyone, I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice. And I'm working on something very, very, very exclusive and special. And I call them day ones. Y'all are gonna be considered my day ones. You know how like Taylor Swift got the Swifties? Y'all my day ones. Or Nicki Minaj got the Barbs. Y'all my day ones. I think Kendrick Lamar got the K-Dots. Y'all my day ones. Drake got the OVOs. Y'all my day ones. On and on and on, right? It was Megan Thee Stallion got the hot girls, the summer girls, whatever they call. Y'all my day ones. Y'all my day ones, chat. But let me not get too sidetracked, because I really want to convey right thing, wrong way. I really want y'all to understand right thing, wrong way. So David became angry because of the outburst, and Uzzah was killed. So then in the next chapter, I'm reading in the morning, and I'm reading through, and then David said to the Levites, the reason we had an outburst is because y'all was not moving the ark like y'all supposed to be. Y'all wasn't doing what y'all supposed to been doing. I read that Wednesday morning. It finally clicked. Oh my gosh. That's why Uzzah died. Hold on, though. That's why Uzzah died. Hold on. Hold on. Stay with me. Stay with me. So now I'm pondering even more throughout the day. Come Wednesday night, and me and my wife, we have Bible class. We need to get back on it. We used to do it regularly. I had to work late last night, but we still made a point to have our Bible class together. And after praying before we open that word, I said, I want to talk about this. Because I've had an inclination, I've had a revelation on why Uzzah died. We was reading it through. And I asked my wife, I say, have you ever, or did you understand this? And she was like, yeah, you know, the Levites, they didn't do it right. So she had already understood something I didn't. But I said to her, but let's roll it back some though. This is where it gets good. This is where it gets good. And I asked, I said, I don't know how to convey and deliver what I'm about to say, but I'm just about to say it. So I'm just about to say it to y'all too. I still haven't figured out how to convey it just right. I told y'all at the beginning that David conferred with all the chiefs and the commanders and everybody. Hey, let's go get the ark and bring it home. I said that Uzzah and another guy, I forget his name, but they were the drivers. They were the drivers of the cart, the new cart, to bring the ark home. Here we go. Then I said Uzzah died because he reached out to prevent the ark from falling. I asked my wife, and she said, well, just like anybody, the right thing to do is to stop the ark from falling. I would have did it. I think anybody would have did it. I said, yeah, I can see that. I can understand that. I get what you mean. But I asked her a question. I said, but ain't Uzzah the driver? Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Did y'all hear me? Did y'all hear me? I said, isn't Uzzah the driver? So if he the driver of the cart, why he back there touching the ark? Why he back there by the ark if he the driver? I ain't never seen no ark fall, or I ain't never seen nothing sitting still and fall. So obviously they was in transit when the ark was about to fall. Uzzah the driver of the cart. He's supposed to be in the front. That means Uzzah was out of place. Uzzah was out of place. When's the last time you been out of place and you suffered the consequences of being out of place? No matter how good your intentions were, you was out of place. Uzzah was trying to do the right thing, but he was out of place. So he was trying to do his job for the ark the wrong way. I just said something. That's what my brother-in-law be saying. I just said something. Did y'all hear me? When last time you tried to help somebody and you suffered the same consequences that they would have suffered because you was out of place? Think about what I'm saying to you. When last time you was trying to deliver a message, but you conveyed it the wrong way? When's the last time you was correcting somebody and you was telling them the right thing, but you was doing it in public? When was the last time you was working hard, but it felt like you were just spinning your wheels because you didn't have no strategy? Who cares if you're doing the right thing the wrong way? Let me slow it down and say it again. Who cares if you're doing the right thing the wrong way? That's a message for all of us. You know, I try not to dive too much in the current events or what's going on, because I really don't know the full story of everything. But I'll tell you this one thing I did hear. There's this thing going on with, and I'm not even the biggest fan or I'm not all that in tune with Stephen A. Smith. Hey, one thing I do like about him, he's always gonna give me some vocabulary to study. That's one thing. He shows he has knowledge. He's very intelligent, very intelligent. So I admire him for that. But right now, what's going on is there's some kind of discourse between him and female or black female journalists. I don't know the whole game. I don't know the whole story. I don't know if he right. I don't know if she right or they right. I don't know what's really going on because I don't dive into their lives like that. I don't dive into the stuff like that because at the end of the day, most times it's distractions. But one of them young ladies said today, she said, this is a family thing. My question was, if this is a family thing, because I guess her and Stephen A. supposed to be real close at one time, or him and the other journalists supposed to be real close. All these ladies supposed to be real close. But it's supposed to be in a in-house thing. But as she's saying that, she's bringing it public. She's scolding him in public on the TV so other people can see it, hear it, read the narrative, understand the narrative. My thing is this. I was always taught, never talk bad about us in front of them. Who cares if she's right? Because the way you did it is wrong, in my opinion. I don't know. Because like I said, I don't know the whole story. So I'm not taking sides. But even in the word, they say go to your brother in private. Give him instruction or help him. If he don't take it, okay, go get somebody else and come back to your brother and talk to him in private. Then, if he don't change it, take that brother back, then bring him in front of everybody then. But it's very contradictory. To say this is an in-house, a family thing, but put it out for the world to see. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't really care. Me and my wife, we've had our disagreements. But one thing I do admire about my wife, and I'll tell y'all this. If I'm upset about something, if something's bothering me, I'm the kind of one, or I'm the person that I just kind of just close off and just think about it, ponder it, process it on my own, because That's how I do. That's just how I do. I've always been that way. I'm gonna shut it down and I just go about my business, because at the end of the day, most things I let it roll down my back. No big deal. No big deal. It is what it is. My attention and my energy may be a little different, but it's no big deal. You know, I don't let it bother me too much. But what I say I admire about it is she won't let me go without talking about it. No matter how much I despise talking about it, she won't let me go without talking about it. See, the right thing for me, in my eyes, is to squash it. Okay, whatever. But the wrong thing is for me to scurry off into my corner. See, there's a right way of doing everything. And if you don't do the right thing the right way, it's a waste. It's a waste. The approach is very important, because you can either fix the problem or feed the problem. It's so much more in that story with David, the Ark, and Uzzah. Because as we continue to break it down last night, we was like, wait a minute. Yeah, Uzzah died, but let's roll it back a little more. David got a I would say a blessing, or he got the green light, because the Lord spoke to Nathan. Nathan brought his thought to Nathan. Nathan said, the Lord said, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Be blessed in all that you do. David talked to the chiefs and the commanders and the priests and all the people, the heads of the households, and he said, hey, if it be he said essentially to the word, if the Lord like it, and if y'all like it, we'll do it. This is what he said to them, right? All the people was like, oh yeah, that's how we like it. We like it. David didn't go back to God and say, hey, Lord, what's your thought on this? He didn't confer with the Lord. The people said, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So they went on and did it. When was the last time you had an idea, great idea, but your own impulse, you rested on your own heart, your own understanding, and it ended up and it didn't turn out right? Let's fast forward. After the death of Uzzah, David scolded the Levites. David's the king, meaning they do what David say. So if David would have been in the right place, come on now. If David would have been in the right place, they would have been in the right place. And I'm not even saying right place in this instance of physical position. But if David was in the right place, the correct mindset, then they would have been in the right mindset. Then they would have followed the rules, because Moses had already said, already told, already listed how they supposed to move the ark. I fast forwarded because after he scolded them, and after they strapped up the ark the right way on their shoulders and carried it, they got it to the destination that it's supposed to be in. And now David celebrating in the streets with joy. When you do it the right way, now you could celebrate. Now you can celebrate. Don't cut no corners. Don't take no shortcuts. Don't leave nothing out. This is a message for all us. Like I enjoy We Live. I enjoy having this conversation with y'all. Because this is real life. These are real topics. This is real stuff that we can take to our everyday life. Last little thought. Even when we do something wrong, even when we don't do it the right way, someone is, and the Lord will always bless them. Ebed Odom, I think that's his name. The ark was in his house after the death of Uzzah, and it fell, and or whatever happened to it. They were blessed and everything they had for 3 months. That's all I got for that. That's all I got. Quick announcements. First and foremost, I definitely appreciate my wife, the Bean, my mama, and everyone that may watch this on the replay. I definitely appreciate you. We have hit episode 10. And I truly believe we only getting stronger. I'm not even really concerned about how many people jump on, because the day ones will be there. We live at DenardRaps.com. Make sure y'all email it. Make sure y'all email we live at DenardRaps.com. Put in there your name and your YouTube handle or your social media handle. What I'm going to do, I'm going to gather all the information. I'm going to put it on the form, and I'm going to shoot you back an email. And that's going to ask some other important questions so that I can craft your exclusive specifically to you. So right now, when you get a chance, go to We Live or email we live at DenardRaps.com. Your YouTube or social media handle name, your real name, and I will respond accordingly. I'm coming up on my number, y'all, because we getting, to most, if not all, we may seem like a small community, but I'm coming up to my number, and then I'm gonna cut off the day one count. Not saying I won't be appreciative of everybody that joins in, but these day ones gonna be considered day ones to the last day. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. We live, y'all. We live. I'm DenardRaps. I'm your host. Just keep in mind, do the right thing the right way, and let everything else fall into place. I love y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out.